Okay, what's up YouTube? So I want to take you through the trades that I took today, and I actually ended up taking two trades today again, and I had two greens, so I finished off the week nicely, and it was a good profitable week for me. Now let's talk a little bit about the news behind the trades that I was focused on. So the first and primary trade that I was focused on was Airbnb. We can see here Airbnb remains on watch following a 114% jump from its initial public offering price on its first day of trading, which was Thursday. Airbnb's shares were down 1.5% in pre-market trading. So Airbnb IPO'd yesterday, and I was actually looking to trade it yesterday. It was a really easy trade, but it wasn't on my broker. But because this is such a hot company, and there was so much hype surrounding the stock, and there was plenty of volume in the pre-market, I thought that I could trade this again today. And what I was looking for was the same pattern to play out that played out yesterday, which was a pump and dump essentially. And so I was just looking to go long on the pump if price action showed that that's what it wanted to do. And you could have shorted the dump, which did occur, but I decided not to, because with a stock that's just onto the market second day as a publicly traded company, this much hype around it, you don't know how much it's going to rise, because potentially there's going to be a lot of long-term investors jumping into this stock early on with the hopes that this is going to rise a lot more going into the future. So you just got to be careful about shorting something like that. So I decided just to go long in it. And then the other stock that I kind of had in the background that I was looking at was Disney. We can see here Disney said its Disney Plus streaming service now has 86.8 million subscribers, a number it says could grow to 260 million by 2024. The company said over the past 2 months the service has added more than 13 million subscribers. The company's shares jumped 8% in pre-market trading. Okay, so let's break this news down a little bit. So we're looking at Disney Plus, which is a streaming service. And whenever it comes to any kind of streaming service or website like Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, anything that relies on subscriptions and users for growth, when you have user growth, that's the positive news that people are going to be focused on. So for example, if Snapchat comes out and it says its user growth or its user base has grown by 20%, that's a massive positive news for Snapchat. Just like here when we see they've added 13 million subscribers and they say their subscriptions could grow to 260 million by 2024. That's a really positive news for a subscription-based service. And this is Disney. Disney is a really emotional stock. A lot of investors hold this stock long term. A lot of people buy this for its dividends. And it was up 8% with loads of volume pre-market, and that shows us that a lot of people were trading this and a lot of people were interested in this. So the play that I was looking for with this stock was, because it was at all-time highs and it was up a lot, it was up 8%, which is a lot for a stock this big. I was looking for it to basically sell off a little bit on market open, just because the people who bought pre-market, they have to close their positions, a certain amount of them, and then when they get out of the way and the price drops to a more affordable price, then potentially traders and investors can enter that stock and drive it back up further, and you can go long in that then. So I needed it to drop, find support, and then show signs that it was headed up for further, and then that was another potential trade for me. So now let's go over to the broker and look at these trades live. Okay, here we are in the pre-market, guys. Looking at Airbnb, you can see it has plenty of volume and it's currently up 1.2%. So what I was looking for in this stock was either for it to pump immediately on market open and show buyer strength to the upside, at which point I could enter along, or for it to drop a little bit first and then for buyers to take hold and drive this up through some key levels. So you can see initially it is just dropping a little bit. That's fine. That's probably just the people who bought pre-market exiting their positions. Once they're out of the way, if the buyers can come in and drive this up through that 147 area, which is where the stock opened up, and it can show strong buyer strength, then I can enter a long position on this stock. Otherwise, I'm just going to stay out. So it broke below 146 there, but you can see buyers seem to be coming in and driving this up. So how it reacts to this area now is going to tell us a lot. If it can stay above it, that's good, that shows buyer strength. If it breaks down below it further and starts to break down below that 145 area, that's going to be a pretty bad sign for us looking to get along on this. But now you can see it looks like buyers are coming in. So what I need now is for this candle to turn green and to break through 147 clearly. So you can see there when we had that massive spike there, I entered a long position. And when you have a massive jump like that and it breaks through a key level that easily, that's always a good sign. That shows that the stock has found a clear direction and that it has a lot of strength in that direction. So when I entered my position, I immediately enter my stop loss, which is 1.6%, and my take profit, which is 2%. So you can see that the stock is just struggling around that 149 area. That was like the last bit of resistance that this had to get through before hitting my target. Now, when it broke up there, as you just saw, I was pretty confident that this stock was going to hit my target because it was showing a lot of buyer strength and it had gotten through that area pretty clearly. And so there we go, guys. It hit my target 2%. I only traded with 1,000 today because it was Friday and I just wanted to close the week green and not risk taking a massive loss on Friday. Okay, hey guys, so we're on our second trade here and I was just paying attention to Disney in the background and you can see I marked out a couple of key levels, and 165 was a key level of support for this stock. And so when I saw that it had dropped down to that 165 area, as I had predicted it would, and then buyers had come in and had started to push this up before it even hit the 165 area, it looked like a good long for me. So I entered a buy position there on that second green 5-minute candle. And I just decided to take a 1.2% target for my profit and a 1% risk for my loss, because I didn't want to risk losing the money that I'd made on that first trade. So I was pretty confident that this would be a green trade because I knew there was a lot of emotional attachment to this stock, and that investors will be looking to enter into this stock based on that positive news. So we're right up near my target now. It's just kind of hovering below it. And there you can see it hit my target now, 1.2%. So I walked away with $31 for the day. So those were my two trades, guys.